Well, as an investor, I invest mostly in people. I think it's too hard to figure out big picture thematic things about what the technology is going to be. Even the people who start companies normally don't know it, and they normally change it in the course of starting these companies. I had a dinner in Silicon Valley a few years ago where I was told the other person would pay for dinner if I could come up with 5 companies where the initial pitch had anything to do with what the company ultimately did. And so these things change a lot, and therefore the key thing is still very heavily driven by the engineers and the product people who build these things. The one overarching theme that I see, and it's not really a technology, but maybe more of a theme, is that there are elements of artificial intelligence that I think are going to become more real. It's been something that's been badly overhyped for many decades, and people pretended this was going to happen in the 80s and 90s, and of course nothing of the sort happened. And I think nothing of the sort's happening. It's not going to happen for probably a very long time to come. But I think there certainly are elements of it that are getting better and better. You have the robotic cars, which they now have this contest of cars in Southern California, and they're able to drive 200 miles across the desert, guided by robots. On current trends, within 5 years, they'll be able to drive in city streets, and maybe 10 years from now, it will be possible for people to have a robot drive them around in a car, which obviously would be very liberating for a lot of people who aren't able to drive for whatever reason. And so I think there are sort of elements of things that could be loosely grouped under AI that seem to be very that seem to be happening, and that people may be underestimating precisely because it has been overhyped for probably the last half century. It is probably people's time horizons are too short, so we're too much of the incentives are skewed towards consumption and away from savings or investment. People don't think about the future enough, and the reality is life is really long, and it is going to be a lot longer than people think, and the choices that we're making today are going to be very important in whether these very long lives that we have every reason to look forward to will be by and large very happy or less happy.